What up, though, y'all? It's Chris broadcasting to you out here in Killer Cali, enjoying this sunshine. Listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. For real, I still love California. I really enjoy coming out here to see my family because Cali really just, I don't know, man. It's if you can be away from the shenanigans, if you can be away from the BS, the places where stupid stuff is happening and be in better areas, you will really enjoy your time in California. It's a great place to visit. I still think it's a great place to live, but the thing is that you need money. All right, California, the cost of living is more expensive, gas is more expensive. I went and I got my sister and myself. What the heck did we get? We got two Whopper meals. We both got a Whopper meal. They got this new like brisket Whopper. So she got a regular Whopper with cheese. I got a brisket Whopper. We got the meals. Man, that shit cost me $40. I was cracking up about that. So the cost of living is definitely higher out here in Killer Cali. But it's still a great place to live. Cost of living or whatever. The thing is that you need money to be in an area, one of the better areas, whatever. Now I know if you got money, you can pretty much live anywhere, right? You can find a good pocket to live in and enjoy, but the difference between them places and here is that you get the weather, man. That you get the sunshine bright and early in the morning when you come out here like this, and it's just good times. But let me talk to you guys about working for people, man. And this is one of the reasons why working for yourself is such a beneficial thing. It's okay to have a 9 to 5, but understand that you always are going to be an employee number, no matter what. It don't matter how much time you put in that place. It don't matter how many school recitals or spelling bees you miss. None of it matters. All right. It don't matter how many vacations with family or cruises with family that you choose not to go on because you want some, I gotta work. They need me. None of that stuff matters, man. You will always be an employee number, and they're gonna remind you of that the moment that you find yourself in some sort of trouble. Now, where am I getting this from? You guys remember the woman who went viral, a sister working at a Burger King. She was in there working 12-hour shifts, right? Sister was in there working for real, open to close. People calling off on her, people quitting on her. She a single mom. I don't know how many kids that she got, but she got a few kids that she taking care of, trying to provide for. She went viral. She was all on the news, man. We all like, oh, okay, I see you, sis. I don't know what's going on with the daddies or whatever, but she was definitely getting her strong and independent on. But I'm not mad at nobody who out there hustling and grinding to get things done for themselves. She not waiting on no handout. If she got to work 12-hour days, that's what she gonna do. I respect that. However, now you skip forward to today. She was crying and stuff about she been fired. They let her go because she says that she's been late. I don't know how many times, but she's been late. But the reason why she be being late is because of her kids. Now, I don't know what the situation there is. I don't know if she be waiting on somebody to get to her place so that she can, leave and go to work. I don't know if she be waiting on a particular person to get home so she can drop the kids off to them and come to work. But the thing is that she was expecting some level of understanding from her job, when it comes to her situation. She was expecting them to look out for her the way she was looking out for them. And it just don't work that way. They don't care how much extra time you put in there. They see you as an employee number, and they see whatever the wage is that they are paying you as compensation for that time. Because ultimately, their attitude gonna be, we didn't ask you to do none of this. You chose to work these 12 hours and all that. What we got? got a private plane above me flying. Like, you chose to work these 12 hours, that was on you. We needed somebody to work it. You were willing to work it. You were compensated for it. They're just never going to, they're never going to view you as more than just some employee that they paying. And the harsh reality is that when you find yourself in a little bit of a situation and you need for them to look out the way you believe you looked out for them, they're not. It's crazy to me how this woman, they fired her behind being late, however many times she been late. Me personally, but this is just me personally, if I don't have my shit together and I got an employee that's make sure that they looking out for me, then I'm gonna make sure I look out for them. But that's me. You can't expect yourself out of other people. I think it's ridiculous that you got people that quit on y'all. Y'all got people calling off like crazy. And the one woman that show up every day, I mean, may come in a little bit late some days or whatever, but the one woman that show up late but still come in, y'all can her. That's just crazy to me, man. It be seem like it's always some knucklehead in charge. You know, you got the strong and independent sister being the manager on the shift. And, you know, we've all seen that type of sister, right? We've all seen her, you know, just on the grind. You know, she making it happen for herself and for her kids the best way that she can. It's unfortunately the regular or all too common scenario for sisters. But you got this sister, she, you know, in there making the way happen. She got her braids in the back, manager on duty, ringing people up that come up to the counter, handing fries out the window. And she ain't complaining. She ain't asking nobody for nothing. If I was her, I'd see if there's some sort of suit that could happen here, because if she working from open to close like that, she probably wasn't getting breaks or anything. So there may be something there. And I hope she gets it if there is something there, because I understand sometimes you got to do things by the book. I get it, all right? I understand it, I get it, and I'm all for it. But I think there's also a human element here. There are times where you just got to bend the rules a little bit, man, for the sake of the human element. Y'all don't have y'all stuff together, clearly. Y'all can't keep employees in there. How is it that you got a whole restaurant being ran by one person? Y'all ain't got y'all stuff together like that. But the one person, even though her situation may not be all that great, she's still showing up. And y'all fired her over tardiness. I'm not feeling that at all. Not at all, not in the slightest. So shout out to this sister. The last video that she uploaded talking about this, she seemed to really be having, you know, a tough time with this. Understandably so. She was really upset, saying she been battling depression and whatnot. This job may have been like the thing that's keeping her grounded, like from going left. Now, it's not on them to take care of her mental health. I'm just saying, y'all, you don't know what people facing out here, man. You don't know how close people are to doing something really desperate. I think ultimately she'll be okay. Perhaps a GoFundMe will be started for her. And if it is, if one ain't already been done for her. But if she gets a GoFundMe, I think people will show up for her, and, you know, she'll get a few dollars out of it to where she can at least pay her bills for a few months while she look for another gig. Real talk, if I ran a restaurant near where she live at and I saw this story, I would bring her in to work for me, man, because the one thing that you know she gonna do is she gonna show up and work. Even if she may be a little tardy sometimes, she gonna show up and work. I'm gonna leave it there though, you guys. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in them comments. I'm holla at y'all. Peace.